Aaron's an amazingly hardworking, engaged guy.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, his process is fascinating.
I want people to believe and know that Craven is coming from every part of me. And I'm going to put every part of me into this character, from the way he moves, to the way he sounds, to the way he looks. There's many elements to the preparation of this character. His humor, his self-confidence, borderline arrogance, his philosophy. He's an anarchist and a rebel. In researching this role, I explored many different real people who have the same determination, obsessions, and empathetic values that Craven has. I need to get the texture of all those things.
Aaron's an amazing collaborator. He's very serious, hardworking, shows up on time, does his homework. Aaron carries himself into the room and into any situation the way any proud animal does.
Oh, you're a goddamn lunatic.
Or you just figure that out now?
His favorite thing is to walk around the set and go, "Roar! Roar!"
There was something really exciting about what this character could represent. It was taking the hunter aspect and then twisting it on its head. It's a lot bigger than I remember. You have comic book drawings and illustrations of a man who is absolutely ginormous. He's muscular, he's big, he's broad. Part of his costume is his arms and his abs.
Aaron takes himself and his health very, very seriously. It was a pretty amazing transformation.
During the prep for this, Aaron's main aim was to build some muscle mass. Aaron put in some amazing work even before I started with him in pre-production on this to build as much muscle as he could.
When we first started prepping, he weighed 230 pounds. He had gained all this muscle. And then the next time I saw him, 6 months later, right as we were starting to shoot, he had chiseled himself down so that all that muscle was still there, but there was very little body fat going on.
It's a full-on schedule of training and nutrition, keeping the muscle maintained.
That physicality is really quite something.
I think fans will be excited to see the character that you see in the comic books come to life on screen.
Sergei, embrace who you really are. We are hunters. The greatest the world has ever known.
It's quadruped.
He's an animalistic kind of character who can move like a cheetah and leap like a lion, fly through the air like an eagle. In order to move like that, I would have been better off being 35 pounds lighter than my natural weight. I didn't want to lose any kind of physicality, so I was also spending some time with a world-renowned parkour group, and we were doing somersaults, flips, running off the wall, jumping and leaping and diving and things like that.
He comes from a background of dance, that control of his body and his ability to physically transform. He's an amazing, nimble, physical actor.
The best action sequence you're going to see is Craven barefoot running through the streets of London without a care in the world of any broken glass or anything going through his feet. He is an animal. He is the anti-hero. He is a raw beast.
I tried to hold it for you.
No, you didn't.
Get ready.
What I've learned through all my other films is you build an ensemble one at a time. You don't try and do it all at once. You want to work from the middle out.
It's done.
This cast is pretty badass, if I do say so myself.
Hell of a pitch.
It's a beautifully built cast.
So beautiful.
You really have a group who understands the kind of play and joy of this work.
Embrace who you really are.
To get Russell Crowe to play a dad, the patriarch of this, it's one of the most dynamic parts of the film. I mean, Russell's scenes with the boys are some of my favorite scenes I've ever directed.
Or for men, not for boys.
Even though it is this big film, at its core, it is that family saga. And a great actor like Russell, he helped bring that there.
Men who kill legend becomes legend.
Russell Crowe has been a long-time hero of mine. To be able to play Russell's son and go toe-to-toe has been a long life dream, and he did not disappoint. He is probably one of the most professional actors I've worked with. Comes in prepared, off book, is excited to work, and gives absolute gold every performance.
Nobody's ever been silly enough to ask me to play a Russian before, so that was quite exciting because I like to play around with voices and stuff.
That was fucking great.
We examine what we have to do and we get into it. It's been a really good experience.
Mr. Russell Crowe, thank you very much.
There are other ways to do what you set out to do, Calypso.
Ariana DeBose plays the role of Calypso.
This is my place of business.
Hey, got my brother.
We knew we were going to need to have her physicality be a dynamic part of the film.
Working with Ariana is extraordinary. She is just a badass in her own right.
Find him.
Ariana has the ability to bring so much vulnerability, but light and laughter, intensity and strength. She lights up the room.
I'm proud to be holding down the fort for the ladies in the Craven universe. You're welcome. I think the greatest lesson you can learn as an actor is to realize it's not about you. It's just my job to show up, be Calypso Azealia, so everyone else can do their job. And quite frankly, they're excellent at it. So it's a pleasure to watch them work and learn from them.
3, motherfucker.
Why don't we get to choose who we are? Why do I have to be me?
Fred Heckinger, who plays Craven's brother. I love that role. I just love the arc that character gets to go through.
Fred Heckinger, all the scenes between us, I get to terrorize him.
That's enough, Raja.
I kidnap Fred, interrogate him, and taunt him. So there's going to be a good psychological backdrop to playing these scenes together.
He becomes a singer pretty early on. That's one of the ways that he learns that he's good at impersonating other people.
I can be whoever I want to be.
I've always wanted to sing, so I was really eager to learn these songs, and I got to work with a vocal coach and a dialect coach. Studying with detail and precision was such a joy, and I get to discover things that I wish I could discover as myself.
Relax.
The Foreigner is a wonderful character from the comic books, and is probably the most pure adaptation that we've brought.
Be seeing you.
I had worked with J.C. Chandor before, so when he asked me to do it, I was first excited to work with him. The Foreigner is almost identity-less. He's someone who assumes a lot of identities. And I think he's lost track of himself. He almost doesn't know who he is anymore, other than this cheeky assassin.
Christopher Abbott does this amazing job of bringing this character, all his suaveness and mystery.
I'll ask one more time. Which one of you is going to be my partner? We have a winner.
Alessandro's Rhino is more than I ever could have hoped for that role.
Alessandro's a friend of mine. We partner up to take down Craven, so we're in superhero cahoots. The role seemed to offer a lot of interesting dynamics. The more that I thought about it and built up what his backstory might be, the more interesting it got. He was somebody who had spent his life feeling that he'd been treated dismissively and underestimated. I like your style. The other thing that was enticing to me was that there is a kind of supernatural element to it, the kind of scientific transformation that he goes through. But at the same time, I was a real living, breathing human being.
There is a real sophistication and softness at times to Alessandro's performance, where you realize that the Rhino is this damaged, sort of sad character.
When a rhino sees his opportunity, he doesn't hesitate. He charges in and takes it.
I think we round out a beautiful ensemble. We all play to our strengths.
One of the things I'm most proud of is that we have this amazing cast. We're all taking ourselves really seriously, but in a fun way. We are all fully invested in what we're doing.
So let me think that through. Ba 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 ba. Don't fear death. He walks away. 1, 2, 3.
As a director, I've always been trying to challenge myself with something I haven't done before.
I wanted to work on this film because of J.C. Chandor.
JC put his heart and soul into it to bring this character off the page. He knows how to get a performance. He knows how to tell a story. He knows how to bring emotion.
How'd you find me?
Hunting people down is sort of my thing.
Over the years, I'd been offered a lot of different superhero films. The script for Kraven the Hunter, about someone who was trying to find their place in the world, drew me into it. I realized there is something quite dynamic in this origin of a villain.
My first conversation with JC was really a discussion about the script. How we saw this character, what the themes were in this story. It was a very instant connection.
With JC, I think we're cooking. We've got a really good rhythm and a really good understanding.
I think we want to see a little acknowledgement, and then
I'll do that, and that might match it then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
His vision to have these characters a little bit more bound by gravity bring a certain reality and psychological backstory to some of the characters.
JC's excellent at subtlety and nuance. And there are elements of that in this film.
It's by far the most challenging storytelling I've ever had to do in my whole career. It is a family saga. It is a family tragedy, but it is also a great gangster story.
My list of enemies is long.
We made an R-rated film.
Ready, action!
But none of the violence is in there without having a basis in what the character is going through. We were trying to show very seriously this journey of how an innocent kid becomes a vigilante killer later in his life. What is that arc? For me, the storyteller most responsible for that tone, I wanted to make sure that what the R rating allowed me to do was be far more honest about that journey.
And great.
What's your name?
Andre?
Andre who?
There is great humor in the movie.
Found you.
We didn't want the humor to be coming from a place of looking at the camera and giving a wink. There's no wink in this film at all, but there's a lot of fun.
I could be your app double.
Kraven, though, he takes himself very seriously. When he comes into a room, the joke is not on him.
Hello, sir. Is that something I can help you with?
A towel, maybe?
We've been shooting the end of our film.
There's now a fireball in front of you.
You gotta have a big third act.
You gotta be kidding.
We have this massive forest fire. We've been here as safely as possible trying to recreate that whole event. We've pretty much used every inch of this forest. Out of this smoky, fiery hellscape, we've put together a pretty fun finale and fight sequence.
Now flip over to the other side.
The foreigner
So you're the legend.
Kraven, Calypso, and the Rhino. All of those characters come together in this massive third act battle. It's been a wild ride. We've had our challenges, but I think we're on to something here.
We're good. One more.
One more.
You know that look you did on the last take where you looked over to... Exactly.
JC's such a brilliant mind.
His eye for detail is next to none. He's the captain of our ship.
Oh my God.
He guided us through this journey, and he's been a real blessing and a real joy. The stunts are out of this world. They are pushing the boundaries.
We're doing everything for real. Everything.
Fire in the hole.
Mop it.
One of my great collaborators in this process was our second unit director, our stunt designer, Eunice Hudhart.
There's a camera here. If you go towards the camera, but just don't battle the lens.
She worked on all of these stunt sequences with me and Aaron from the ground up.
If you imagine something has just come in and absolutely just gone boom.
Eunice is phenomenal. We are absolutely fortunate to have one of the best on our team.
That's why that looks so strong when you look in the thing, because you're like, I fucking got you, man.
We work closely together, and I'm lucky that we've got that connection and chemistry already.
Fucking motherfucker! It's amazing! There's nothing I don't love. That's the truth. I love everything about it. For me to set any action, the first thing I've got to do really is understand the tone. So I had to really get to grips with how enhanced he was, how real we're doing it.
She'll normally sit down and roughly work out the sequence, like, okay, what's the start, middle, end?
You landing, you turn, you focus, you see how close it is.
Then we're trying to work out the choreography. Is he going to get his left hand sliced off? Is he going to get thrown through the window? So we're trying to work out key moments, key set pieces, and then work out the choreography according to that.
I got it. Well done.
This whole entire movie has not been shot on stages. It's not blue screen. It's done old school, real, raw, out in the open.
There's incredible choreography of these fights and chases and action sequences through London.
We're persuading location owners and councils involved with location work to let us climb on their buildings or close down roads and do car chases.
All the vehicles were real, and the actual human being stunt performers were real.
Logistically, we haven't got this luxury of having a stage with a built-in grid system at the top that we rig to, all our equipment right nearby. I've never seen so many cranes. I counted 19. I don't think on a stage ever had more than about 9. So it's been very challenging.
I'm constantly fighting to be doing the big stunts. That's why you're seeing me on top of a truck or jumping off a building.
Everything the audience seeing is Aaron, and that's a gift in itself. If I didn't have an actor that was so invested and committed, it'd be stuntable. Try not to be like that, because I want to see that it's you. Yeah, so as long as you're like this, it can work.
I'm so lucky I get to do the stunts. That's part of the excitement of doing my job. It's really important for me to do stunts because it's a part of the character.
With Kraven, as they were saying, we don't want any kicking or punching, really. We want it to look different. We tried to design a style which is more beast-like and animalistic. He uses his agility and strength as opposed to just standing there and kicking and punching.
Kraven, he's pitted against the Foreigner, and there's this epic fight between the two of them. It's one of several pieces of big action sequence.
It felt like a bit of a classic old school choreographed fight scene, which was fun to do. While it's big, there's this grounded nature to it.
The Foreigner obviously has all kinds of tools in his tool chest to fight Craven.
Aaron's style is less technical because he can be more like raw and wild. The Foreigner's style, he should be martial arts based. Chris is a very good boxer, so we're trying to utilize that footwork and that boxing skills for him.
It's a dream to get to draw up that sequence and then see it all come together.
Well done, boys. Thank you very much. Well done, boys.
The strength of my team is the ability to achieve what we want on this movie.
We have one of the best stunt teams there is. Every day we're really pushing it on the action front. That dedication and collaboration, that's what's gonna make this movie stand out and be different to any other Marvel movie. You let him die, his blood is on your hands.
I did not abandon him. You abandoned him.
Sorry about that. It's just a little tight, that corner.
That was fucking great.
Got it?
Go, first one there.
It's on time and you've got 3 missed calls.
Oh, God. I got a cramp in my butt cheek.
You're actually not.
Yeah, come on!
He said, don't run, don't run, don't run. Don't run. You should do that again.
Put it in fucking backwards, you fucking idiot.
Fuck you!
Love you. I love this guy, this guy. This guy. It looks like, is it the clot?
Sorry. Hang on.
Have a look at that, motherfucker! You got dialogue there, didn't you? Slightly different angle. Man, I couldn't get the fucking knife in my hand. That was shit. Can we just do it again? Sorry.
There's no dog.
Sorry, that was terrible. We should do that again.
I'll fix that later.
Pull that motherfucker focus.
You seem tired, man. Clearly, you're having a tantrum.
Wasze zdrowia.
Wasze zdrowia.
Wasze zdrowia.
Yeah, we had a nice night though, right? Okay.
Sir? Sir? Hey, you can't sleep here.
I was sleeping great, actually.
It's not safe in the park at night.
Huh. Well, you best get home then.
Come on, let's find you a bed.
I'm gonna go back to sleep now.
Yeah. Thanks.
Fast! Come here, come here, come here, come here, good boy.
Sergei, you are here. Thanks be to God.
It's done. Craven's dead. I saw it with my own eyes. What a day.
Put him in the car. Who knows, maybe Nikolai will pay now that he has only one son left. Come, boy. Rajan, come. Papa forgives you.